Happy Sunday. I'm Terry with Southern Yankee. Oh, I am getting ready to clean. I'm still in my PJs, just woke up. Actually, I haven't just woke up. I've been up for 3 hours, but I've been reading my book that, I told you guys about, the positive energy book. I've been reading that. And then this one is Change Your Energy Using Crystals. So I'm interested in that. So I'm going to be diving into that book a little bit as well. So far I've read to be careful with crystals if you're delving in, because two crystals together that don't match up can have some weird energy. So I thought, oh, strange. So I'm gonna look at that. But today I have 2 boxes that I want to do. Part of my day today is going to be cleaning. We might go see a movie today, but it depends if I can get everybody chipping in to get this house clean, because well, most of it's my crap. I have boxes everywhere, so I don't know about any of you guys that are also doing an unboxing channel, but the messiest thing in my house is A, my clothes, because I have too many, which I do have a bunch of stuff going to Goodwill, and then B, all these boxes in the house. So I'm going to get rid of some of the boxes. So I'm going to do a dual box today. I have 2 for you. I have Crystal Crate and Gemstones, I think it's called. Yeah, it's Crystal Crate by Crystals Gemstone and Jewels. So I'm doing that one. That's $17.77 a month, and I'm going to compare it to Wild Crystals box, which is one of my favorite ones, but that one's $22 a month. They're fairly close, so I figured I'd do them together so you can see the comparison. I know some of you have started to kind of just take an interest in crystals and wonder a little bit more about them and why I like them and what you do with them. Some people just simply use them to add beauty around the house. In fact, I'll show you while I got my book. So I'm having my tea. It says I love you latte, but it's not a latte. This was from, I think, Pop Sugar. I think it came in one of our boxes. And I'm having my Skinny Mint tea, by the way, which is fantastic. Gives you a little boost of energy in the morning. Then there's a detox tea you do at night, every other month for about 2 weeks. So I'll show you over here. I do have one crystal sitting over here on this side, so I'll kind of see if I can turn you guys. There we go. So I have my candle. This candle actually has a piece of black obsidian in it, which wards off negativity, and it smells amazing. This is from the Spirit Trading Company, and I love it. And then I sell jewel set candles, so I have my pineapple crush candle burning, which smells like pineapple. It's so good. I'm going to be doing a video on all my jewel scent because I got a bunch of it in. I want to show you guys. And then I have a candle quartz over here that came in one of my boxes, and I love this. It's so beautiful. It's a piece of just clear crystal quartz, but then it's got these like drippings coming down the side, which makes it look like a candle, which is why they call it like candle wax drippings, which is why they call it candle quartz. So that's really cool. So I just sort of have that setting right there. Okay, so let's get to the video. We'll start with the smaller box at $17.77 a month. This is the Crystal Crate by Crystals, Gemstones, and Jewels. Every month comes with one of these. One thing that I'm not loving about this is that you have to go, there's a theme and you have to go to their blog to read about your crystals and gemstones. I don't like that. I like when it's in the box all included, so I can sort of kind of just read it and look through it here. I don't like having to go separate, so that's just something to know. If you want more info on your crystals, you do need to go to their blog. So this was the July Crystal Crate, so it came with a little thing, so I'll kind of read this to you. It says, inspired by the famous Shakespeare love story, A Midsummer's Night Dream, the story is set in magic-laden fairy forest, a place where mystical possibilities are endless and the inner works of dreams and true love are fruitful and abundant. This box aims to bring some fairy magic, romantic vibes, forbidden romance, and dream-inducing crystals to your world. Apophyllite, higher consciousness, so it does tell you, higher consciousness, spiritual connection, light work, and dream support. Moonstone, the stone of dreams, love, and romance, used for channeling, dream recall, and psychic healing. Keeps one connected with lunar circles, feminine power, and fertility, which you know I like moonstone. Window quartz, a little window into the fairy world. Quartz is used to connect with your higher self, spiritual and earthly connection and fulfillment of dreams and wishes. Fairy lights, add these little lights to a jar for a little forest firefly magic, and a fairy figurine Tiny forest fairy to adorn your home or garden. Item is made from pewter, keep out of reach of children. Purple flower hair clip represents the flower used in the story to make the love potion that makes the wrong couples fall in love. Love potion perfume inspired by the story. This must be a story. I don't really know about this story, so we'll have to look into it. All right, so here is the little hair clip. I guess you just, there we go. How about that? I will probably give that, I'm not going to wear that, I'll probably give that to my little niece and nephew and send it over to them, but I'll wear it for the video just for fun. They do have the fairy lights in here. Let's see here. There they are. So I know some people like making fairy gardens, so you could use the lights in your fairy garden, I guess, or you can put them in, like you said, a little mason jar or something. I'll probably use those like on my desk or something. I'm sure I'll use the fairy lights. So when you take all of this out, there's not a whole lot in here. I'm not sure I'm going to keep this one, but I want to show it to you so you guys can see. So I'm going to also gift this to my nieces. My two little nieces do make fairy gardens. And there is a tiny little fairy in here, and she's kicking her little foot out, and she's got a crystal. It's hard to see it, but she does have a tiny, tiny little crystal in her hand. And there's her little face. But it says it contains lead. My nieces, they're 6 and 7, they're old enough, they don't put things in their mouth, but lead is dangerous. It says pewter. I don't know. I don't know why they would send something with lead in it. Then it came with a sweet summer perfume, hibiscus, plumeria, essence oils. Oh, and tangerine and almond is what this little, it's the tiniest little perfume sample box you've ever seen. I mean, it's like super small. I did smell it, and it smells a lot like tangerines. It's actually a beautiful scent. I wish they had given us a bigger size. So then the next thing in here is, I don't know if this is the fairy quartz. I'm not sure what this is. So this is the part that gets confusing. So they gave you a bunch of crystals. So I'm gonna talk about the crystals. But if you're new to crystals, you have to go to their blog to see what crystals are what, because, sorry, this has made a huge mess. Because if you don't know about them, you're not going to know what's what. It says one of these is a fairy crystal. Let's see if I can figure this out. I can see some of the moonstone. I see some of it that I do know. Okay, let's see. Amazonite, throat and heart chakra, a stone for daydreamers and those who chase their dreams. It helps one believe their wildest dreams and possibilities. So I think that this pretty aqua one is the Amazonite one. I'll have to look these up though, guys, because I'm not sure. And then Labradorite, it says use this stone to stay calm and collected. I think that's this one right here. I know this one here is the moonstone. A little brown on it. That's the moonstone. And then there's quartz, and I think that this one might be the fairy quartz, but I'm not 100% sure. I think this is the fairy quartz though. I'm almost sure it is. So here's the little, you can see my PJs. Look, aren't these the cutest? They have, where is it? They have my initials down here. I just got them in from a company called I Love Jewelry, and I saw them on Instagram. Oh my god, they're so cute. They have all different kinds, and the monogramming was free. I had, and I just put like under here, just for the video, a little, plus I'm cleaning. I didn't feel like getting dressed. I just put a little bralette under it. So I think that's what those crystals are, but like I said, they're not labeled, and so I'll need to go back and look, and then this one is, I think this is some sort of a quartz too, but window quartz? I don't really know. So here's this isn't a bad box. You do get some nice crystals with this. So I got 5 crystals, the hair bow, the little fairy, the fairy lights, and the little fairy perfume. It's only $17. It's not an expensive box. If you're not one that likes to do your homework though and go on the blog and look to see what things are, then I would pass on this box. I'm going to send the hair bow and the little fairy to, like I said, to my nieces. So that one was the, it's called Crystal Crate. And then this one here comes in a box like this, and it's the Wild Crystals box. Now, this box is very put together. This is $22 and like $22.22 or something a month with your shipping. So with this box, you do get very detailed explanations about everything that you have in here. So this is kind of a pretty cool, like, learning. If you're learning like me, you might like this. So this is, I think they accidentally, nope. So this is crystal gridding, and it tells you how to make a crystal grid. And then on it is all of the different stones that you could use that some of them are in here and some of them are not, but it tells you all the different stones and what they mean. So if you're making a grid, the idea of making a crystal grid is to amplify energy. And so you want to use the stones that are amplifying the type of energy that you want. And this also has what all the other stuff it has in here. So there is a mini grid card for gridding in small spaces. Use this in your car, place it on your desk, or take it with you when you're traveling. So that's what this one is for. There is a piece of parchment paper in here. Use this to express your intention. So you write one word or several sentences. You can draw a picture, seagull, or something else that serves as a representation of your intention. Place in the center of the grid cloth underneath your focus stone, I just think is your center stone. And I'm a big believer in like kind of setting your intentions. I have had such good luck with, I'll tell you, when I left high school, we had to write in our yearbook one thing, like what we wanted to accomplish when we grew older. And I said, get married, have kids, move to a different state. I didn't know what to put. I just like put stuff and own my own business. I did all of that. So in fact, I owned my own business for like 10 years. So maybe more than that. And so that was really neat. So I do believe in setting your intentions and putting them out there into the world, because I feel like that's how things manifest. All right, so then you have this. So it tells you this tells you what's in here. So this is the focus stone, Labradorite Obelisk. It's a focus stone placed in the center of the grid to amplify energy behind your intent and send the energy outward to the waystones. Labradorite is an effective focus stone because it amplifies light, prevents energy leakage, ensuring the grid's energy remains harmonious and steadfast. I have several of these wands, and it's a beautiful, beautiful stone. Can you see that right there, that little, right here? That's sort of like a beautiful part of these wands, is you get these neat little, like, almost iridescent spots in it. This one doesn't have too many. You might see more when you put it in sunlight, but it's a beautiful stone. It's really beautiful. It's got the nice little point. You can see it's sort of black and green. So kind of a cool wand. I like these actually, and these can be kind of expensive. So that's a good deal so far for the box. And then it says there's black agate in here. I'll go through, I guess I'll just go through the little baggies, because all of these come in little baggies, and we'll see what we got. Okay, so these must be white onyx. White onyx looks a lot like moonstone. Yeah, oh, and it says this is in the blue bag. So these are the ones, this is a great box for those of us learning that aren't sure. Isn't that beautiful? So this is white onyx, and it says stamina, strength, mindfulness, and release are the building blocks of white onyx. White onyx stimulates the root and crown chakras and can be used to eliminate fear while grounding the body and spirit. This stone teaches self-control, increases your ability to internalize our thoughts, and to think before we act. The motto of white onyx is to know thyself, making it perfect stone for those who wish to go on an inward journey. Use the white onyx crystals as your waystones or desire stones. And I love that these come, it says these are in the blue bag. So no guesswork here. So let's look at the purple bag. This is Peach Adventurine. It's referred to as the Prosperity Stone. and it activates heart and sacral chakras. So here we go. This is peach aventurine, and you can see stones are all different. So depending on what cut of the stone, and these are tumbled, you'll get, you know, kind of darker or lighter versions of the stone. And it says it activates the heart and sacral chakras, allowing a person to work through emotional trauma. When placed on a grid, the stone helps to eradicate geopathic stress, anxiety, and shyness. It builds compassion, empathy, understanding, and tolerance. Peach aventurine may benefit those who need additional support before making important decisions, especially those related to change and transition. If you wish to develop a new lease on life, peach aventurine can turn dead ends into new paths for possibility. Use peach aventurine as a waystone or a desire stone. Pretty cool. All right, let's see what's in this one. Black agate. This is a stone of balance. It unites the masculine and feminine energies that, here it is, it's just totally black. That's black agate. That can become unbalanced over time. Black agate is a stone of acceptance, even when there is a lack of understanding. Gridding with black agate helps to keep the peace during heated discussions, meetings, or debates. You may use black agate as a waystone, the stones directly surrounding the focus stone, or as a desire stone, the stones on the outermost path of the grid. So that's pretty cool too. And then this, I think, is the pendulum. It is, where is this? Yes, this is a Pyrite, I think, pendulum. So here it is. To me, it looks like Pyrite. And, oh yeah, okay, so this is so cool. So it tells you about the pendulum here, and then it tells you all the different colors of the pendulum you could have gotten, and I did get Pyrite. So it says, a pendulum is a divination tool that we can use to activate a crystal grid and check its energy level. To check the energy of your grid, hold the pendulum fob with your non-dominant hand. Basically, you do it like this. And allow the crystal point to dangle over the focus stone. Rest your elbow on a solid surface for more stability. Pay attention to the movements of the pendulum as it hovers over the focus stone. See, mine's changing right now? This is going to side to side. Ideally, the more movement you see, the more energy is moving through the grid. Clear communication with the pendulum can take time, as each crystal has a different personality. I'm moving a little bit. I can't hold this up. Get to know your pendulum through practice. Start by checking the energy of the individual stones before you set your grid. To better understand your pendulum and create an effective grid, identify the type of crystal pendulum you receive below. Pyrite. Pyrite is a stone of protection. It acts as a shield from negative energy and from physical harm. The stone activates the solar plexus and is a favorite of those who work in the creative field, which I do. Speaking of creativity, guys, I got some neat mandala tools to do some rock painting dot designs, and I may try to video me doing my first video. It's not gonna be great because I've not done them before. It'll be my first go round at it, but I think I might try it and show you guys the end result. So we'll see. Okay, so this talks all about the crystal gridding and how to do it. So it gives you kind of the entire layout of how to do this. These are used more for me for like a meditation and really focusing on what I want in this world and in this life. Crystals have energy in them, and my belief, and I do believe in God. You know, people are like, "Oh, you're a witch." No, I'm not. I think crystals come from this earth. God made this earth. God made everything on this earth, and I believe that crystals have energy just like we have energy, and that God gave us the tools here to use that energy. So I use that. That's kind of my belief system in them. So I use them just to manifest my dreams and wishes and things like that. I think that they aid in, it's no different in writing your intentions down in a dream book or on a piece of paper or something like that. And then they give you a really nice crystal grid this month. It's beautiful. Here it is. It's like in a dark purple. It's really pretty. So you put your intention stone in the middle, and then your other ones on the outside. So very, very neat. So this box is a little bit more hefty as far as what crystals you get and understanding the crystals. You get your big one, and then I got, the pendulum, the Pyrite pendulum, and then 3 bags of crystals in this for $22. So I would say if you are a newbie like me, Oh, and then you got your parchment paper, and then the travel grid, and then the big grid. And you're trying to learn about the crystals, the Wild Crystals box might be the way to go. It's a few dollars more, you get a lot more, and there's more explanation behind it. So that's the two, the Crystal Crate and the Wild Crystals box. So I'll put the information for both below if you guys want to check them out. I think I'm only going to keep the Wild Crystal box and cancel the Crystal Crate. I'm just not loving that one. But you guys tell me what you think. Put your comments below. I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful Sunday.